Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a question from LeetCode called Binary Tree Zigzag Level Order Traversal. It's a medium. Let's get started. Given a binary tree, return the zigzag level order traversal of its nodes as values, i.e. from left to right, then right to left for the next level and alternate between. For example, given the binary tree 3, 9, 20, 15, 7, we return its zigzag level order traversal, and that would be 3, then 29, and then 15, 7. So we go left to right, then right to left, and then left to right. And I have another example up here. Its zigzag level order traversal would be first 1, then 3, 2, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. And a way to do this, one way to do it, would be to go level by level, so that is the level order traversal, and every even level we just reverse the list we add to our final resulting list. And the level order traversal is a problem I've done before. I've linked it in the description if you want to take a quick look, but it won't be necessary right now because we're going to see if there's a better way to do this problem. So let's take a look at this example right here. We have 1, then we have 3, then 2, and then we have 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there a way that we can relate each level to the level before it and see if there's a pattern that we can find? So first we have left to right, which is just, the 1. Then had we been doing a level order traversal, it would have been 2, 3. It's left and right children. But here we have 3, 2, so we go right, then left. And then here again, we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, had it been that reversal, we would have just done its left and right children. So essentially what we're kind of doing is reversing what we have each level, but using it to make our other levels. So what structure do we know? What data structure do we know that allows for easy reversal? Well, that's a stack, right? If I have a left to right reading, when I pop off my stack, I get an automatic right to left reading. So what I'm actually going to do here is have 2 stacks, so S1, and that's going to hold all my odd levels, and S2 is going to hold all my even levels. For the first one, I'm going to have just the root 1, and I'm going to add its left and right children, so that would be 2, then 3. And when I pop off S2 then, I'm going to add its right and then left children, because when I pop off S2, I get the right to left reading since I added left then right. But once I take off 3 and add its right child, I get 7. Then its left, I get 6. And since I popped it off, it has been removed from S2. Now I pop off 2 and add its right and left child, so that is 5, then 4. So now when I read this and pop it off, I automatically get a left to right reading. So for each stack, all I'm going to do is pop off, and if it's in level 1 or stack 1, I'm going to add its left and right children. So when I pop off stack 2, I get a reading of right to left. And when I pop off S2 to go back into stack 1, I'm going to add right to left so I can read left to right. I'm actually going to code this up and then run through the other example to make it more clear, but that is the intuition behind the solution. So if root is none, we want our conditionals first. We return the empty list. Else S1 is going to be my first stack, and it's going to hold root, and S2 is just going to be empty. I'm going to initialize level to be empty, and S1 and S2 are for the nodes, and level is for the actual values. And result is going to be my final output resulting list. So while S1 or S2 are not empty, so while S1 or S2, we're going to do S1 first. So while S1, root equals S1.pop. So I'm removing that first element from S1 and adding its value to level. So level.append root.val, and adding its left and right child to S2. So if root.left, S2.append root.left, and if root.right, S2.append root.right. Now I'm going to take level and add that to result. So result.append level. and then clear out level. So level is going to be empty. And do the same thing for S2. So while S2 root equals S2.pop, level.append root.val. And now I'm going to check its right, then its left child. So if root.right, S1.append root.right, and if root.left, S1.append root.left. And if level is not empty, I'm going to add this to result.append level, and then clear out level. And once this is done, all I have to do is return result. So let's run code, accepted and submit. And it is accepted as well. Now to run through with the example that they had, just to make sure we really understand what's happening, we have S1 being equal to root, so that's just 3. S2 is empty, and level and result are both empty. Level is empty, and so is result. So I pop off what's in S1, add it to level, and add its left and right children, so 9, then 20 to S2. So I first add left, which is 9, and then I add 20. I take level and add it to result, and clear out level to be empty. Now for S2, I pop off what's on top, add it to level, and add its right then left children, so 7 and then 15 to S1. And do the same for 9. I pop this off, add its value to level, and since it has no children, I have nothing to add to S1. Since we're done with S2, I take level, and I append it to result. And you can see we have the right to left reading now because it was a step. So now I do the same thing. S1, pop off top, 15, and level is empty. I added to this empty level. Added children, but it has none, and same with 7. Pop it off, add it to level, and it has no children as well. So I take level, I add it to result, and since both S1 and S2 are empty, I know I'm done and I can return the result. And you can see we formed the left to right, right to left to right reading. And for time and space complexity, since we go through all the nodes, time is O of n, and for space, we have 2 stacks, but in total, they would only store all the nodes possible, so that is also O of n space. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.